YouTube, what's going on? And welcome to the 14th episode of my Futhead's Hybrid series. In today's episode, we are going to be doing what we always do on this series, going through 4 hybrids on Futhead.com. The first one will be under 15k, second one under 15k, third one under 158, and the last one over 200k. One of them has to be no links wasted, one of them has to include a player from this week's Team of the Week, and one of them must be copied from another user. So we start off with the one copied from another user that is no links wasted as well, and this was an Al-Soman Al-Shirwami squad that was a hybrid. I did change up a little bit in defense, but I'll go through it one by one. Starting off with 2 strikers, as it is mentioned in the title. They're 2 very solid strikers. The squad was built around their inform cards, but for the under 15k squad, I did decide to use their normal cards, as they are very solid as well, as both strikers have very fantastic stats, and you can tell why the person did use their cards to build a hybrid around. Mezharowski is your CAM, and he has some pretty average stats for a central attacking midfielder. Pretty decent for only 76 overall, and he does get the green link to Al-Shirwami, so that's pretty good. And then now we go into the midfield, and that is going to be Vanquer, Badu, and Muntari. So it's pretty solid overall midfield. Vanquer is very solid with 80 pace, 75 dribbling, 70 defending, and 79 physical. Badu is one of the best silver center mids with 81 pace, 77 dribbling, 70 passing, 70 defending, and 73 physical. Muntari is a very solid card, as he is from Ghana and the ALJ League, which the strikers are, the attack is all from the ALJ League, so he is very important to this squad, as he does have every stat above 70, so he has a very solid card on this game. We now go into the defense, and both fullbacks have 89 pace, and they're both very solid fullbacks on this game. Zuniga is a bit more attacking, but Opare is a bit better defensively, in my opinion. Zuniga does have 4-star skill moves and is a very solid center back. Hertox and Asare is going to be your center back partnership, and this is a pretty solid center back partnership, as Hertox has a very solid card on this game this year, as he does have 82 defending, 74 physical, and 68 pace, while Asare has one of the best silver center back cards on this game. 78 pace, 74 defending, 72 passing, 74 dribbling, and 70 passing would be an absolutely unbelievable central defensive midfielder. But I don't know if this is a bad thing or a good thing. He is a center back, so with those stats, he's very solid at both positions, and then sells and goals. It's a pretty solid hybrid from not a lot of leagues that you would normally use. Like, we have the Belgium League, and we also have the Qatar League, and also we have nations like Ghana, and also Colombia, and Egypt, and also Saudi Arabia. So, a really creative team. Not the best for 15k, but it does seem a bit more creative. We now go into the under 50k squad of today's episode, and that is 4-2-2 formation with Raphael and Anthony Martial up front. Both strikers are very different, as Raphael is definitely the contributor of the two of them with 79 passing and 85 dribbling, while Martial does have 85 pace and is the quicker one of the 2 strikers, but Raphael does have a bit better shooting as well, 77 compared to 74, so they're 2 very different strikers, as Martial is more pace and Raphael is more passing, dribbling, and a solid shooter. We now go into the 2 cams, as this squad does have sim links, I do believe. Yes, it does have sim links throughout it. Max Cruz is going to be our cam. The player this squad was built around. He is 27k, and he is a very solid card this year. This inform card, 83 overall, with 86 for dribbling and shooting, and 83 passing is absolutely unbelievable. Only 3-star skills, but 4-star weak foot is pretty solid. Santi Cazorla is going to be your central attacking midfielder, and he has a pretty solid card on this game, 85 overall, 85 passing, 78 shooting, 87 dribbling. Both Cruz and Cazorla look absolutely fantastic for a central attacking midfielder. The 2 CDMs are very solid in Francis Coquelin and also Luis Gustavo. Gustavo is one of the best central defensive midfielders on this game with 84 defending, 82 physical, and 70 passing, along with plus 70 pace and 71 dribbling. Coquelin as well has every single stat above 70 but his shooting, and his stats are a little bit worse with only 75 defending, 78 physical, and 70 passing and pace, just like Gustavo, but he does have a very solid central defensive midfielder card. We now go into the fullbacks, and that's going to be Douglas, the silver Brazilian from FC Barcelona. He has a pretty solid card, 87 pace, 72 dribbling, 68 defending, Every stat above 63, which isn't too bad for a fullback, as We see Luke Shaw, on the other hand, has only 40 shooting, but he definitely isn't the best fullback in the world. Luke Shaw is your other fullback, and he has a very solid card. He's a very solid player in real life. Unfortunately, he is hurt right now in Manchester United. Could definitely use him as they are playing very poorly at the moment. But Shaw does have a pretty solid card on this game. 82 pace, 77 dribbling, and 77 defending. Rojo and Mascherano are your center back pairing, and they are both pretty solid. Mascherano is a bit better defensively, as he does have 85 compared to 81 defending. Rojo is a bit quicker and stronger with 72 pace compared to 68 and 82 physical compared to 80. Rojo is a bit taller, I do believe. Yes, 6'1" compared to 5'8", so he might get beat in the air with Mascherano, but he still looks like a pretty solid center back. Boviero is your goalkeeper, and this is another no links wasted hybrid that just looks really solid in my opinion. And now we go into the under 150k team, and this squad looks very solid as it is Daniel Sturridge up front, Sterling, Vidal, and Silva is going to be your midfield. Sturridge up front is a very solid striker, 89 pace, 81 dribbling, 83 shooting, and he just looks absolutely incredible. Was one of the best strikers on FIFA 15. I do believe his card scored the most goals in FIFA 15, so that's pretty cool for him. I definitely used him in FIFA 15. He was absolutely unbelievable. The wingers are pretty similar, but Raheem Sterling is definitely the better of the two. He has 2 more pace, 5 better dribbling, 3 better shooting, 2 better passing, and while he does have a bit worse physical and defending, the attacking stats are what matters on right mid and left mids. Vidal's pretty solid, but is mostly paced along with Sterling, but Sterling does have 4-star skill moves compared to Vidal's 3-star skill moves. Vidal does a bit better weak foot, but it doesn't matter as much as skill moves in my opinion, and Sterling is the better player overall. At Cam, we do have David Silva, and he has a very solid card on this game as he has 89 for both dribbling and passing, and also does have some decent shooting and pace with 73 and 74 respectively. Busquets and Allen are going to be your 2 central defensive midfielders in the squad, as this squad looks really balanced across the board. You have 2 very pacey wingers, a very solid central attacking midfielder, an absolutely fantastic striker, 2 really solid CDMs that can do different things. Busquets is very solid at passing with 77, and has also rocked defensively with 83 and 80 passing, 80 physical. He does only have 53 pace, but I don't think that will be a huge problem. Allen is your other central defensive midfielder, and he has 76 pace, 78 dribbling, 79 defending, 81 physical, and 73 passing, so he has a very balanced overall card and should be very solid at central defensive midfielder. Allen is only 5'8", but Busquets is 6'2", so he'll be able to win your headers. Your fullbacks are Alexandro and Zabaleta. Zabaleta has a really solid card on this game and would be absolutely fantastic at center back. Even though he is only 5'10", he does have 85 defending and 83 physical, only 73 pace, 75 dribbling, and 70 passing, but he does have a very solid card on this game. Alexandro is your other fullback, and he has pretty big upgrade from last year's, moving from FC Porto to Juventus, and he does have 85 pace, 81 dribbling, 80 defending, and 75 physical. One of the best left backs in the world, and on this game. Inform Koulibaly is the inform player from this week's Team of the Week in this episode, and he does have 75 pace, 83 defending, and 88 physical, a really solid center back. He is 6'4" as well and is very strong. His center back partner is going to be Nicolas Otamendi. He is a bit shorter at only 6 foot tall, but he is a bit better defensively at 86 compared to 83 defending. They do have the same pace, and Koulibaly is a bit stronger. I think they would be a fantastic center-back partnership. Hugo Lloris single looks very solid, and overall, this team looks absolutely unbelievable. Can't really spot out a weakness besides the fact that the right side of your team might be a bit too slow besides Vidal, as Busquets and Zabaleta are pretty slow, but other than that, this team looks absolutely fantastic. I believe it does have 2 4-star skillers, and also just pace everywhere you look on the wings, and 2 solid CDMs. Some really solid center backs. This is one of the best teams I've built for under 150k in this series. And the final squad of today's episode is a pretty special one. A full informed squad, as you guys can tell right now. We start off with the striker, a very poor striker in Charles. He had to be in here for chemistry reasons. If I wanted to take Hulk out of this squad, I could use a different striker, but I really wanted to use 2 of the best wingers on this game, in Hulk and Konoplyanka. Their regular cards are unbelievable, but their second informed cards are just spectacular. So Charles did have to go in the squad to link both of them up. Konoplyanka, we start off with him on the left side. He does have 94 pace, 87 dribbling, 82 shooting, and 75 passing, along with 74 physical, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills, and for only 73k, he is absolutely unbelievable. Hulk, on the other hand, is more of a stronger player with better shooting. He does have 7 less pace, 1 less dribbling, but he does have 7 better shooting, as I mentioned, and also 14 better physical and 2 better passing. So both of them are very solid wingers on this game and absolutely unbelievable. Hulk is a bit more expensive at 128k, but they both are fantastic. Your midfield is going to be Bruno, Iniesta, and Felipe Anderson. Anderson definitely isn't the best central midfielder in the world and shouldn't be played there. He'd be fantastic at a cam, center forward, or striker, but for chemistry reasons, I did need him there. Both this squad and the 15k squad were more creative squads, and the 50k and 150k squad were more playable squads. I wanted to have some fun and build a full informed squad. Iniesta is your cam, as he has an 89 rated card with 89 passing, 92 dribbling, and 76 for shooting and pace. Bruno is another player I needed for chemistry reasons, getting Iniesta and Gaia the Green Link. He doesn't have a very good card by any means. Only one stat above 80, which is really poor for an 82 overall informed central midfielder. But we do go to the fullbacks where it does get a bit better. Maicon is very close to the all-80s club, as he only needs 1 more pace and only 4 more shooting, so 2 more informed cards, and I do believe he will get there. Gaia is your other fullback, as he has a very solid informed card on this year, getting that upgrade from a silver that he was last year. So this card is very solid. 88 pace, 80 dribbling, 82 defending, and 73 physical, along with 78 passing. One of the best left-back cards on the game. Chiellini and Manolas is your center-back partnership, and you can't really ask for much more from a center-back pairing. Both have an average of 80 pace, an average of over 89 defending, and over 85 physical, so that's absolutely unbelievable. One problem I might see is that both center backs are 6'1", so none of them are really tall, but neither of them are below 6 feet, so neither one is really short. Buffon is in goal is absolutely unbelievable, so really besides the striker and the center midfielder, I really don't see a weakness in the squad. It looks really solid. So, I mean, I know it was built for creativity, not playability, but the squad looks really solid. Your 2 wingers would carry you if you do build the squad in game. I would not recommend it, but it still would probably be a very fun squad to use, and that will wrap it up for this episode of Futhead's Hybrids. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Futhead's Hybrids and other FIFA content.